Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the One Tile Challenge in Camlands. I'm in here checking on the goats, just making sure they're okay. Plenty of food. They seem to be 100% healthy now, so hopefully we begin to see a bit of an increase in the goat's milk production. Everything else seems to be running okay. The apples are going straight into the apple juice production, and the grapes are going straight in there as well. So today I think what we'll do is we'll look to begin our field generation. It's 10:40 in the morning, game time, so I think we've got a bit of time to be able to start ploughing fields. So I think that should be the task list for today. So let's have a look at the shop and get ourselves a plough. Have I went past them? More than likely. There we go. 2,500. Yeah, this one still goes, and I kind of like the ploughs that are square to the back of the tractor. So there's this one, it's 17,000. Wow. 6 to 12 meters, and this one it's 6 meters at 8,000. Well, I think you know which one I'm going to go for. It's a bit of a no-brainer. Is it worthwhile changing colours? Yeah, let's keep it black. That looks good. Let's buy that. And let's jump on the old faithful tractor. Let's leave the trailer there. And we'll go and pick that up at the shop. Okay, so I think the plan would be to try and work out where the extremities of the boundaries are of the field. Going by the minimap on the left, I think we should be round about here. Let's put our plough in, see if it's going to cut anything. Yes. I think on these ones I like to take the cruise control down. Maybe 5 miles an hour will do for this one. Let's try and go in a straight line. Those trees don't seem to look the same way that they do in the minimap. Well, let's go for it anyway. I'm not too sure how big or how many fields I want to create at the moment, but I think one thing's for sure is the productions are, as long as we look after them and keep everything topped up, we've got some spare time to start to do some field work. This is looking good so far. I wonder if the boundary's just up at this, almost at this tree in front of us. Tree. Oh. Let's go there. try and square up and go this way. I'm going to take my speed back down again. Go nice and slow till we get nice and square. How's that looking? I think that's fine. Again, I'm not sure whether I want one big, huge field on the right hand side of the farm here, or if I just want maybe two long slender fields. You know, let's do one of a reasonable size, because I think what we want to do is have good quality grass. This might be the grass field. It really depends on what the demand is. If we're keeping livestock, then grass is always going to be in demand. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there just now. We can always expand these later. That looks square. I think so. Let's go here. Start heading south. Sometimes I struggle when there's no fields on a farm, when it's just a blank canvas, because it's difficult to try and get the lay of the land. So this should certainly help me start to get a better feel for the place. Just increase the speed a little bit. I think it's looking good, a little bit off, but we can tidy that up. What I usually like to do is come back across from the other side, try and match it up. So let's go and try that just now. So in that last one I tend to just come short a little bit. Use this last one to ideally square up a bit. No, I don't think I'm far enough over yet. Let's have another shot at lining up. Let's try that. It's a bit better. That one looks good. Okay, almost done. Let's continue down on this one. Use that yellow line as a stop. I think I'm going to have to go back in with the landscape tool. Square off these edges a bit. Okay. Here's the moment we all cringe and think, what on earth has he done? Well, I'm going to be honest, that's not too bad. When you see some of the other fields that I create, that isn't too bad. Just a little bit squint. But as I say, once we plough all of this field out, I think that'll look okay. Right, going to jump into a time lapse then, guys. Get this field ploughed out, and I'll come back to you when that's finished. Actually a bigger field than what it looked to be. Anyway, we're done now. Ladies and gentlemen, field 1 has been created. Excellent. Nothing looks better than a freshly ploughed field. So I think what would be good, looking at the game time, 1:45, it would be ideal if I was able to sow that field today with some grass. Well, grass, I really want grass just now. I've got tons of field grass. Let's have a quick look at the calendar. Calendar. So we can do barley, grass, oilseed radish, and wheat. Thing with doing something that's not grass, doing a grain that's not grass, is the cost of the equipment to harvest it. Let's have a look at seeders first of all, because if we can't afford a seeder, then the rest of the conversation is pretty much pointless. So here we go. Seeders. We have $13,000 to our name. Oh, yes. Fantastic. So we have Case at 6,000. Both 5100s. 8350, 8350. They're 5.2. Well, obviously I'm going to take the 5.2. Case 5.2. I like it. Got to do it. Got to get this phone. attachers. No, we don't need attachers. Get rid of that plate. And buy. Panic, but yes, it does do seed and fertilizer, so solid fertilizer. Let's buy one of those. And one of those. Excellent. I think we could pad out the rest of the day with some extra work. We'll make it worthwhile. Drop this here. And let's head up to the shop. Pick up our new seeder. Get that fertilizer in there. Well, I actually have some left over. I doubt we'll have any seeds left over. Now it should let me do steering assist on this. Look at that view. Fantastic. Well everyone, thanks very much for joining me today. Just another small step ahead with this farm. So we created our first field and drilled the field with wheat. And now we can head back, put the equipment to bed. Actually, just looking at the state of my equipment now, it might need a pressure washer at some point. Yeah, anybody get any ideas to continue, please feel free to leave any suggestions, advice or ideas in the comments. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thanks very much everybody for joining me for this. Next episode, I think we will look to sell products to try and boost our savings a little, and see if we can perhaps generate more fields, create more fields, sorry, and generate more cash. As always, thanks everybody. Speak to you soon.